relationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. You know, if your woman doesn't submit to you, she ain't your woman. Now, I know this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. But if your woman is not submissive to you, I don't give a damn what nationality she is. I don't care if you live together. I don't give a damn if you're black, you're white. I don't give a damn if y'all the same nationality. I don't give a damn where you live at in the world. If your woman is not submissive to you, she ain't your woman. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to her job. She belongs to the pastor at that church she attends on every Sunday. She belongs to her friends that influence her to do dumb shit. She belongs to somebody else, but she doesn't belong to you. And I know this is hard, a harsh truth. And it's something that I had to face about 15 years ago. And it's one of the biggest problems that I had, because I used to think that you had to pander and negotiate and talk women into shit, but all that's bullshit. It really is. And a lot of women will try to run game on guys because a lot of women want guys to protect them in some type of way. If that door fly open, or if some type of danger is coming towards her, she looks, first thing she does is look at the guy that's sitting next to her. So she wants protection, but at the same time, she doesn't want to take instructions from a man. She can't stand a guy telling her what to do. You know, so you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Shit, there's some countries like Saudi Arabia and Dubai where women have to submit by law because those guys are in power. They run shit over there. So, you know, but living here in America, women, they pretty much do submit as they will. They just do what they feel like it. And that's the problem of living in the United States of America. Because women, if a woman does submit to you here, you don't know how long it's going to last. It could be 5 years, 10 years. But it works out well for us fellas, because if she gets out of pocket or does something that's unforgettable, you can get you another bitch. So it's all good. And by that time, in most cases, by the time she stops submitting to you, she's already up in age anyway. She's probably old. She's probably overweight. She probably doesn't look as attractive as she used to be. So sometimes it works out pretty well for some guys that I know. And I've lost friends because of like a lot of women, because they let their wives get up in their ears and tell them shit. And see, here's the deal. A woman should never have the authority to tell a guy what to do. A woman should never wear the pants in the relationship. You know, once a woman once women lead guys around, that's the beginning and the end of society as it is. You know, because women aren't supposed to Yo, what's going down? going down out in these streets, man. What the heck? Uh-huh. Going down out here, man. It's Memorial Weekend. What up, Eric? What up, Francisco? What the hell? Start getting all these crazy messages all of a sudden on my phone. New York City in the house. What's going on in New York? New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York ain't all in what it seems. You might get food if you're coming out of town, but I'm coming from Queens, so get down. Well, what fight? Who's fighting tonight? I don't watch boxing. Is it boxing or UFC? I don't watch none of these. I don't watch none of these fights no more. Yeah, who's fighting? I don't be keeping up with it like that. I really don't. Devin Haney versus yeah. So I don't even know who that is. I don't know who that is. Was it boxing? Is it boxing? I don't know who these guys is. No, it's not a big one, really. Yeah. Oh, it's boxing. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't know if it's a big fight or not. I don't follow it no more. Ever since Floyd Mayweather semi-retired, I don't watch it no more. Boxing is one of those sports that it's not like football or basketball. You know, they don't have sponsors like that, and they don't get promoted like football and basketball. So that's why it's a lot, and a lot of politics in boxing. God damn, it's a lot of politics in all sports, but man, it's starting to be ridiculous, man. Now, especially basketball. My God, that's why I want to do this video, man. Talk about Kwame Brown. We can learn something from this. He's exposing a lot of these people that don't want us to move forward. People that want, I call them buffers. That's what they really are. Buffers are the people in between that want us to stay where we are. You're doing too much. Now, I'm not. I've been know some of these people were quote gatekeepers, but you see them come out. I mean, out of the blue. I'm talking. You got people that don't even play. Don't even play sports. Don't even play basketball. Never played basketball. Just come out of woodworks on Kwame Brown. I'm like, you don't even play, but what do you got to do with basketball? Not a damn thing. So what's going? What the hell's going on here? That's weird, man. So when you see something like that, when you see things like that happen in the media, something ain't. That's a red flag. Something ain't right. What up, Terrell? Kenyon Martin had his back against Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, you know he's a buffer. You know he's a somebody that gets paid very well to talk about us. That's all he is. It's nobody. It's nobody that should be taken serious. I would say that. You know. But I see. I'm not disappointed when it comes to Stephen A. Smith because I know what he is. I know what his job is. But let me tell you who I was. Let me tell you who I was disappointed with. And I hate to say it. I was disappointed with Boyce Watkins, man. I was disappointed when I saw Boyce Watkins made a whole hour-long video talking about Kwame Brown and his channel, and he was making it seem like he was a wacko jacko, like he was crazy or something like that. Now, I'm like, okay, boys, ain't you into finance? You ain't into no damn sports. So, what, are you into sports or finance or both? I mean, he came out of nowhere and started talking about my man. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Something ain't right, man. I mean, if someone comes out of nowhere and starts talking about you out of the blue, you don't know him, never talked to him before, he's in a totally different realm, profession, industry. He's in the finance, business, and you're in the sports. And all of a sudden, he's doing a hour-long video talking about you. I'm like, what? Who's this clown? What are you talking about? I can't respect that, man. I'm sorry. I can't respect that. There's no logical, practical reason for that. Either you trolling or you being paid to do something like that. Or both. For real. It's like, you can't even make this shit up, man. You got people that'll come out the woodworks on you within the quote mainstream media. It's like, and it's like all of them. It was like a very calculated effort to go after Kwame Brown all at the same time, same week. That doesn't happen by accident. Just like what my man Kevin Samuels, same thing. All of these people in the mainstream media are people that's somewhat well known are saying negative things about Kevin Samuels as well. It's all calculated though, if you really look at it. So the people that's in the mainstream, if you have momentum and you on the come up on the grassroots level, the people in the mainstream will knock you down. They'll say negative things about you. So they'll say, "Oh, he's gay," or "He's trash." It's that they do that because number one, they don't know you. Number two, if you get too high or get on their level, you become competition. So that's why they got to knock you down. That's how the game works. That's the game that they play. Because see, the way they got up there within the mainstream media, they got up there by kissing ass. Stabbing people in the back. These people are cutthroat. And they're willing to do whatever it takes to stay up there. These people will say and do almost anything on these radio stations. They'll lay up. They'll do whatever. Who they have to lay up, who they got to blow, whatever. It don't even matter. That's how they get down. Sometimes it's not who you know, it's who you blow. My uncle used to tell me that. And smash the like button. I'm trying to see what happens with Kwame Brown. I mean, I don't think nothing gonna happen to him. He's, he live in the country. He's from Monk's Corner. That's what, 40 minutes from where I'm from. It's a small little town. What's gonna happen to him? Home is home. Home is always gonna be home. He was home, minding his business. He ain't got nothing to lose. That's the thing. He don't got no job where someone has to tell him what to say and censor him. See, that's how that's it's like that's how it is. He can say what he want to say. It's no fair. No fair someone telling you, hey, you fired, or you're gonna lose your sponsor deal, or they don't got nothing to worry about that. They don't have to worry about none of that stuff. But these guys at these radio stations, they got to worry about that. They got to watch what they say, because they'll be fired if they say the wrong thing about the right person. See, that's scarcity. You live in life in fear of loss. That's a very stressful way to live. You don't want to live life like that. You don't want to live life full of scarcity or what if I say this? What if I say that? What if I do this? What if I do that? What would happen if I did this or said that? You don't want to live life like that. That's a life of scarcity. Life shouldn't be lived like that. But a lot of people live that life, unfortunately. You know? Shouldn't be that way, but that's how it is. You know? You got to go, Terrell. Peace, brother. Yeah, they say freedom ain't free. See, there's a sacrifice to live an abundance life. There's a sacrifice. And it's different for everybody. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's time away from family. Sometimes it's being laser focused on doing whatever it takes. See, this is how I see it. And this is what I did. I'd rather take a couple years, focus on doing whatever I need to do, 5, 10 years, and be free for the rest of my life. Be free, at least have the option to do whatever I want to do for the rest of my life. So if I don't want to work that job, I don't have to work that job. I can say no. If I need time off, I can take time off. Regardless of what the person at the job saying not. I can take a leave of absence if need be. Now, how many people do you know can take a leave of absence on their job? And with a leave of absence, there's no pay. How many people you know can do that? Not many. You see, I put in the I made that sacrifice years ago in advance. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna be able to take the same path that my parents took. I knew that at an early age when I was 19. I said, I ain't gonna make it to 65 and collect what? Damn what? Social Security and all that bullshit. I ain't gonna be able to make it. No, that's not gonna be my path. Now at 19, I didn't know what path I was gonna take, but I knew it wasn't gonna be like my parents. I wasn't gonna have no job and work for 20, 25 years and collect a pension. No, that wasn't gonna be me. Not because I didn't want to do it. I wanted to take that path, but it wasn't shaping out the goal that way. Because the landscape of these jobs were starting to change. There were a bunch of layoffs, you know. So at that time, I've never seen layoffs like that. At 19 years old, that was something new. That was a new experience for me. So I said, hey, whatever I do, eventually I'm gonna have to be independent. I'm gonna have to be able to get money without having a job. So work the job as much as you want, as long as you can. But eventually, it's going to be time for you to leave that job. So that means, so that's just my reality at the time now. That's my reality at the time. Your reality might be different. So I was like, if that's my reality, I'm gonna have to be I'm gonna have to be invested in other means of income, and I have to be invested in myself as well. You know, this is what I was thinking. Like, what, 30 years ago? I was thinking like this. I was thinking like this 30 years ago as like a fucking teenager, basically. Yeah, smash the like button. We ain't trying to wait till. Yeah, you don't gotta wait until you old today. Old and gray, big ass stomach, miserable. You look sick. Broke. You gotta depend on other people to take care of you. And gotta kiss ass and work these jobs. And people on these jobs they don't like you. They just tolerate you. Man, that ain't the way, bro. They, as soon as they start laying off, you the first to go. You know that. That ain't the way. No. You go to these jobs, you stressed out because they always telling on your ass. you know that. Even if you didn't do it, you did it. I'm like, what? They try to blame everything on you. You be like, I don't even know. I wasn't even here. But you did it anyway. I wasn't even here on that day. And they're trying to blame something on you. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So how much, it ain't but so much somebody can take. And that's what Kwame Brown got tired of. He got tired of people talking shit about him. And he just said, hey, I'm going to let these fools have it. It ain't but so much somebody can take. At some point in time, some people will be like, yo, I'm going to do something about it. So you have to fight for your freedom. You have to fight for the life you want to live. Sometimes you might have to fight for your reputation. You might have to fight for your reputation sometimes. Because you got people online in the mainstream media will try to tarnish your reputation. And they'll make it seem like you know how they talk, you're washed up. He was a bust. You're no good. He was what else they be saying? He was a disappointment. He wasn't what he was supposed to be. Well, what the hell was he supposed to be? I mean, how much can you really expect from someone that comes straight out of high school at 17 and goes straight to the NBA? Think about, you got a 17-year-old kid that's going straight from high school to the NBA. How much can you really expect? That's a that's not a easy transition there. It's hard for kids coming from college going to the NBA. Now I gotta go from high school to the NBA? God damn. And you telling me, what do you expect from me at 17? I mean, what do you expect from me? I'm 17. You just gave me a couple $1,000,000, a signing bonus, a couple $1,000,000. I'm a millionaire overnight, damn near. In 1 week, I'm a millionaire. So you want me to learn how to behave? What? Are you serious? What? Come on, man. A 17-year-old millionaire ain't listening to nobody. The only person he's going to listen to is another millionaire. He might listen to his mom a little bit, but his mom, his parents can't say but so much unless they're millionaires. And in his case, I don't think that was the case. Why do you think a lot of these rappers, when they start making a bunch of money, they ain't listening to nobody in their family? Nobody in their family got no money. They ain't never had no money. So why would they listen to somebody in their family? The relatives in their family asking them for some money. If you give a teenager $1 million, what do you think he gonna do? He gonna act a goddamn fool. That's just what it is. That's just reality. And they expect these guys to get brand new all of a sudden. Oh, he can't be trusted. You know how they be talking. They do it in the NFL a lot. Oh, he can't be trusted. As soon as he signs the deal and get the money, he starts showing off. What do you expect? A lot of these guys ain't coming from a good situation. A lot of these guys weren't born into money. What do you expect? A lot of these guys had a hard upbringing. A lot of these guys don't got nobody to talk to about their finances. And the little bit of people that they do talk to, trying to jerk them out of their money. A lot of them can't trust nobody. So it ain't, it's not easy for a lot of these dudes, man. Yeah, smash the video, and hit the Cash App, man, if you like what I'm talking about. People are just out of touch with reality. No, they're not out of touch with reality. They know what they're doing. And people be like, then they'll try to compare the black guys to the white guys. That's like comparing apples to oranges. There, you can't do that. That doesn't even. That's not even a practical way of looking at the situation. White guys get all kind of opportunities that these other athletes don't get. Think about it. If white guys that are working class get opportunities that we don't get, what you think the rich white guy, what type of opportunities you think he gonna get? Shit. The rich white guy can walk into the owner's office and ask him all kinds of questions. Open door policy. I don't think a lot of these black athletes got it like that with the owners. I don't think a lot of these black athletes get close to the owners like that. They probably never even see the owner unless it's time to play football on Sunday or Monday night, whenever they play. We got to keep it a buck. We got to keep it 100, like they like to say. It's a different ball game. Now, if you come for money, if you're a black male and you come for money, hey, more power to you. That's a different story. But if you ain't came for money, you can't give a teenager $1 million and expect for him to behave. You crazy. Especially if you got temptations around, like a bunch of women, they're trying to get at you. Yeah, a bunch of scammers, they're trying to get at you. And you don't have to go out looking for nothing because the people going to find you, because that old scandalous sports agent that you got is hooking you up with everybody. That's what he say. He or she. I got whatever you need, I can help you. And he's hooking you up with all his buddies. So it's like a monopoly. But if you're an athlete, you ain't got time to be trying to do a background check on everybody that refer you to somebody. You trying to play football, basketball. You trying to focus on playing the game. It takes a lot of time to play sports. You just hope that these people are legit. Kevin Garnett got $100 million contract straight out of high school. Exactly. And he's supposed to behave after you gave him $100 million contract. And the signing bonus is a couple million. And he's supposed to behave like they always say in the media. You know, they always say, hey, gotta be a professional. I don't know how to be a professional. I just got here last week. I just got here last month. How the hell I know how to be a professional after 2 weeks, man? You crazy? I think he said the game is set up like this. They pick your crooked agent, realtor, and lawyer, and they pick your white girl, and all are working together to rob you. Yeah, that's basically how it is. How you think they meet these white women? Most of these guys. You think I'm not taking nothing away from these dudes now. Do you think these dudes got game like that where they can get a white woman? Where they get the white woman at? You think he met her on the street? Or met her at the bar? Met her at the club? Hell no. He got a referral. Somebody hooked him up. Somebody be like, hey, I got somebody that I want you to meet. She'll be a good person for you to hang around. That's how it go. That's how it always go. It happens in college all the time. It even happens in high school. If you're one of the top players in that school, A lot of these guys ain't got game like that. I mean, come on. A white woman? What? Come on, man. You think she went that he met her at what? At the basketball game when he was playing there? After the game was over, you think he met Becky at the game? No. She was scoping this dude probably for a while. She's probably on the staff at the college that he went to. Check this out. Here's something that a lot of people don't know. There's like a list of all the athletes that could possibly come to every school, every university, right? And these women that work on the staff have that access to that list. So they're waiting on these guys to come to that school. And as soon as these guys get there, they don't have to worry about anything. Whatever he needs, whatever he wants, some woman is going to provide. That's how it works. He don't gotta have no money. He don't gotta have no car. It's all taken care of. The agent will give him a car for $1, sign his contract. It used to be, back in the day, they just give him the whole damn car with no contract, no nothing. Hey, this car is yours. That's a bribe because he wants you to sign the contract with him long term when you go to the NBA or when you go to the NFL. That's how it used to be. But they had to find a way to stop a lot of this shit that was going on. But hey, these dudes are vultures. They'll find a way around it. So they'll say, hey, sign this contract and give me $20. The car is yours outside. Here you go. Here's the keys. I'll talk to you later. And hey, I got a girl for you too. As many as you want. Whatever you want, you can get, as long as he get the contract. That's how shit happens out here. That's what it is. Whatever you want, they can provide. That's what it is. Now, that's hard for some guys to imagine. I'm like, how the hell? I'm over here struggling, trying to get girls. And this clown over here, they're giving him girls. And he didn't have to ask. And I have to ask. And when I ask, the answer is no. He don't got to ask. And he get all the pussy. Oh man, that makes some guys upset, boy. Man, some guys be like, man, I'm going. That's when that hate comes out of a lot of guys. That's when a lot of these guys go postal out here, and they go do. That's where a lot of that these mass shooting comes from. Because a lot of these guys be like, wait a minute. All this dude is play basketball, football, and he get all the girls. Or he's on the internet, got a following. He get all the girls. I'm sitting over here with my master's and PhD, and I lost my job 6 months ago. And I'm sitting over here eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And my wife is about to leave me. And then these dudes they lose it. They snap. And they go postal. And they go somewhere and start shooting everybody up. and turn around and shoot himself afterwards. Shoot himself in the mouth. That's where a lot of that comes from. You know? Because a lot of these guys, they lost their privileges. Things ain't the way it used to be. So it's kind of like, this shit goes deep too, boy. It's kind of like when that same guy, somebody like me, will move next door to him. And he'd be like, what the hell you doing over here in this neighborhood? So he's looking like, I'm supposed to be better than him. What he doing over here? And then you trying to figure out how he was able to move in your neighborhood. And he'd be like, man, wait a minute. I'm moving out. He's moving. You know why he's moving out? Because his beliefs, who he think he is, it ain't manifesting into reality. His privileges is being revoked. Because he's been brainwashed to believe that he's supposed to be better than every black person he meets by default. That's why he moves out of his neighborhood that he's been staying for 10, 20 years. When I move next door to him, because he thinks he's better than me. Even though I'm making more money than him, he still thinks he's better than me. Plus, when he see the girls coming over, and don't let none of them be white women. Oh, that really makes him upset. Because now, not only am I living better than him, making more money than him, I'm smashing the girls that he think he should have, but I got them. Hey man, it's a cold game. They don't hate the player, hate the game, man. You know? Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like button. They select the white girl to meet him the first day in college. Yup. There are many stories. The college is set up. The best athletes were girls doing recruiting. Oh yeah. They got it all set up, bro. As soon as you sign and say, hey, you coming? Oh, they got everything set up after that. You get all the cooch you want. The possibilities are endless. And I seen this with my own eyes when I went to college for the first time. And I was 19. I've seen dudes running through women. I'm like, yo. And then dude, yo, you want some of that? What? I'm 19 at the time. What do you mean if I want some of that? You want some of that? Go get it. I'm like, whoa. You know, I'm 19 years old at the time. You know, I ain't never seen no shit like this. These dudes running trains on these girls. Yeah. Now I've heard of guys running trains, but I ain't actually never seen one until I went to college. That's when I got a wake up call. I was like, yo, I'm going at this thing the wrong way. There's a whole nother world that exists that I wasn't taught when I was growing up, and that's just that was the truth, you know. And when I went in the Navy, oh man, that's when it went to the next level in the Navy, boy. By the time I went in the Navy, I got used to hearing stories and being around situations like that. I got used to being around um attractive women and them being loose and and guys smashing on demand. I got used to it. That's why like when I see an attractive girl, I don't think anything different about her. I don't think anything negative about her either. She just happened to be another attractive woman. That's it. I don't think she's a hoe. I don't think she's a good girl. I don't think she's okay. I don't think anything of her because I don't know her. I don't know how she lived. I don't, I play it, you know, I just play it by ear until if I get to know her, okay, that's a different story. But initially, I'm like, hey, she's an attractive girl. That's all, but I don't give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't fall head over heels. I don't say, oh, I don't turn into a simp. You know, that's how we were raised. I don't get, and the reason why I don't get in that simpish mentality because I've been around. I've been behind the scenes. I've seen people make $1 million in one day, without some big corporate company. You know, I've seen people make $1 million online without some big company backing them. And, I've seen people make $200,000 in 30 days before the internet really kicked off, before social media really kicked off. I met millionaires, some white, some black. The black millionaires are different from the white millionaires. They move different, they act different, they look different. Most of them, they're afraid to tell somebody that they do have millions of dollars because they become a target. A white guy, she don't give a shit. He'll walk around and flashing money all the damn time. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. The women might get him, but he ain't the chance of he ain't really gonna get targeted like that. Unless he's a celebrity or something like that. But if he's just another guy walking around worth millions of dollars, people won't know shit. He's just another white guy. Dudes walking her dorm room, 3 and 4 naked white girls in his bedroom already. Yeah, it's man, it's been times where personally I was with guys, some of these football players, and the girls were waiting for them in his room. I'm like, God damn, what the hell? How you get in here? And I'm 19 at the time. I ain't never seen no shit like this. I didn't know how to handle it. It ain't like this where I'm from. Mississippi in the house. It ain't like this where I'm from. Women, first off, women don't, I don't know, maybe they do get down like that where I'm from at the time. But I ain't never seen it. I ain't never experienced it. When I left home, man, in the 90s, this was 94 for the first time. When I went overseas, I'm like, yo, it's a whole different ball game out here, boy. You know. I'm like, hopefully I live long enough to tell it. Some of this shit, most people are just not going to believe because it doesn't happen every day, which is understandable. There's some stuff that I can tell most people will never believe it because it's not a part of their reality. What up, Marcus? I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about the boss player from Atlanta. Nah, I ain't talking about. That's funny. Didn't Akon just got robbed in Atlanta? I don't know. I ain't got robbed. It was a home invasion or something like that. Home invasions happens a lot in Atlanta. It happens a lot up here. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't one. Let me tell you something about Atlanta. Atlanta ain't really the type of place where you have a lot of armed robbery. Let me tell you how they get you up here in Atlanta. Home invasions. That's like the shit up here, boy. Home invasion, they will hit your ass up at the house. There's a good chance you ain't gonna be there. You be gone because they'll watch you. You might be gone to work and they'll run up in your house. There's a lot of that going on up here. And I've been told it's been that way for a long time. Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. No, don't treat people the way you want to be treated. That's a bad move, buddy. The way you want to be treated, people more than likely don't want to be treated that way. So, a better strategy is to treat people, at least try to anyway, if you want to, because the way people want to be treated might not be in alignment with your morals and your values. So treat them the way they want to be treated. That's a better strategy. But only if it's in line with your morals and your values and your principles. Because there's some stuff that people like. I'm not willing to do that shit. I'm not doing that shit. There's some shit I ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. You just getting off work. Get that paper. Okay, I just saw the story. They stole this Range Rover at the gas station in broad daylight last week. Damn. How they stole his car at the gas station? Fuck. Early when you're not there, home invasion when you are there. Well, it usually happens when they're not there. You know, I think most of the time, if somebody's trying to run up in your house, they would prefer. You got to put your in the mind. You got to put yourself in the mind of a criminal. They don't want you to be there because they don't really want no static. They don't really want no drama. They just want to go in there and get what they want and get out of there. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way sometimes. Some people are there. you know, and that's when some drama usually goes down, you know. But I guess, hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody on here. And if it did happen to somebody on here, I'm sorry to hear that. It never happened to me before. But no, actually no. Somebody did go up into one of my spots one time where I used to live in Atlanta. That happened one time. Somebody went in the window and took a laptop that I had. That's about it. They just took a laptop. That's the only thing they took. So I'm like, oh well. I just got another computer the next day. That's it. And that computer it wasn't a very good computer anyway. So I'm like, well, buddy, good luck with that computer. You know? That's why you gotta have insurance. Hey, but I got another computer the next day, man. You know? This is what renter's insurance is for. Just in case. Insurance is I think insurance is a scam. But hey, you gotta pay it, you know, just in case. Just in case what? This is the biggest scam. I don't want to pay for anything just in case, but you got to do it anyway. I'm a new subscriber here. So you're saying that they'll use white girls to distract a black man. They'll use any woman to distract a man. But the white women seem to work better. And I hope I don't have to explain the psychology between the white woman versus the black woman. I hope I don't have to explain that. Akon left his car running at the gas station. They stole it within seconds. Oh, okay. Well, that's an easy lick. If he left the car running, don't have much to say about that. Hey man, just be careful next time, Akon. That's all I got. Convict music. Hey, you need RC stuff in the house for home insurance to work in your favor and to get all M stolen recovered. Nah, you don't need no. I didn't have no receipt. I ain't had no receipt at the time. Who the hell will keep receipts? After about I don't keep papers laying around like that. No. I might keep a receipt for like a year, 6 months to a year, and after that, I get rid of that shit. I didn't have no receipt. Maybe things have changed, but I didn't have no receipt. And I still got to pay a deductible. I think the deductible was like $100. And I got another computer. A better computer. Yeah, smash the like button. Sharp got to explain your ass not black. I feel like those college athletes and professional sports depend on the dysfunction of black community. Well, they take advantage because the game is they would prefer that the kid have a single parent. They prefer that the kid come from a single parent home because the coach know that he can manipulate the mom in his favor, so he can get the son to come to the college to play. So that's the game that a lot of these coaches play. They would prefer that as a single parent. You know? See, the coach is a salesman, a dirty salesman, a dirty car salesman. That's what the coach really is. You got receipts like 20 years. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in the NBA, man, and in colleges behind the scenes, man, that if most people found out about it, they wouldn't believe it. So that's where a lot of that buildup from Kwame Brown, that's where a lot of that comes from. That's where a lot of that buildup comes from. Because, this dude sat back for 20 years. He never said anything. Everybody's saying something. Jordan said something negative about him. The people on television said something negative about him. And this is an ongoing thing. And, you messing up the man's money. Let's say he had sponsors. Oh, he wanted sponsors. He can't get no sponsors because y'all keep bashing him in the media. So the sponsors are going to be looking like, hey, nobody got anything good to say about this dude. We can't put no money up. We can't. He's a high risk. Where he lives, let's just be where he lives. I know where he lives. I know the town where he lives. If you live in Mounts Corner, if you make $80,000 a year, you balling in Mounts Corner. And let's say you have a ranch and some land, you balling, bro. You set for life. It's like you don't need $1 million to live on a ranch. You don't, because you're living off the land. But let's just say he wanted sponsors. He wanted to do deals. He wanted to start, I don't know, some other business that had to do with sports, basketball. He would have a hard time doing it because they done bashed him in the media for so long. So whatever he did, 9 times out of 10, he had nothing to do with no sports. And they've done that on purpose. And that's foul. That's what Kwame Brown was talking about. That's where a lot of that comes from. And when he's talking, I understand exactly where he's coming from. And every black man can understand where he's coming from. Because every black man knows how it feels when people around you don't support you. You don't really have enough support. You don't really have a lot of people to talk to about what's going on with you. You might have certain You might be in a certain situation and everyone's being negative. They'll criticize you, but they don't have no answers. Or they'll criticize you when they don't have no. Every black man knows how that feels. If you live long enough, you will know how that feels. I'll say that. You know? So that's where a lot of that comes from. And then, man, like I said, man, what had me? I was really disappointed in Boyce Watkins. I really disappointed in him. Shame on him for saying what he said about that dude for a whole hour. Should be ashamed of himself. And he came out the blue with it. And no, he ain't in no he ain't got nothing to do with sports. He's supposed to be in the finance. What the hell are you talking about? He's supposed to be in the finance and business. ATL in the house. The professional, let me see that. The professional sports game is an unrealistic funnel system set up for the black community to fail. Thousands spots available, and they got 10 million dudes putting 110% of their energy in being one of those spots. Yep. Shit, if you make 80K in Atlanta, you good. No, you're not. You all right. You all right in Atlanta, but you ain't all good. You all right. ATL in the house. It's going down. Yeah, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. The $ SharpGameAtl. And check out the Love Can't Wait podcast too on iTunes. Or just click the link below. Or just search on Google the Love Can't Wait podcast. It'll pop up. And leave me a review, man. Like this how come they calling Kwame a bust but never called Tebow a bust? Because Tebow got white privilege. You know what it is. Tebow got white privilege. That's why. Kwame was a basketball player who could dribble, but Tebow was a quarterback who could not throw the damn ball. Exactly. Yeah, I'm ashamed of Boyce Watkins. Me too, man. He should be ashamed of himself. Saying the stuff he said. He be trolling or getting paid for that. Regardless. That shit ain't cool, man. I gotta go listen to what Boyce said because Boyce is my dude. You should go listen to it. I think you'd be surprised as much as I was. I didn't even see the whole thing. I think what happened to the ATL since I left. Where 80K not good. Now 80K here, it's all right. You can do something. That's a good start. But that ain't gonna be enough long term. And many black dudes are easily swayed to sex. I think if you're young, you don't have enough discipline. not to get swayed by sex. And one of the main reasons for that, because you're not fully developed mentally. And a lot of young guys don't really have anybody to talk to about situations that I talked about tonight in this video. A lot of young guys don't really have nobody to talk to about stuff like this, because people act like this stuff that I talked about in this video doesn't exist. People act like guys give other guys women. Now, guys get referrals. Say, hey, you can have her. That's foreign to a lot of guys. I'm like, what? What do you mean he gave her? He gave you a bitch? Yeah. That happens. Yeah, all the time it happens. See, someone has to talk to you about something like that. That's not something you're going to hear. Your dad probably not going to talk to you about that. He probably never experienced it. If he did experience it, he probably won't talk about it because he don't want to put himself on blast. You know why? Because that's how he probably got your mama. I said it. I said it. He probably got your mama that way. It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. Us Watkins is passive aggressive. He cool with Charlemagne, the God. He was defending CTG on the low. Even Charlemagne, man, that was foul too, man. The stuff he was saying. That was foul. I can't co-sign the stuff they were saying. But Charlemagne did turn around and apologize. But look, man, I don't accept apologies. I don't accept apologies. I'm like, all right, it's cool, dude, whatever. Boss blew his cover. He probably did. Besides athletes and entertainment, the black community have nothing to offer. And there's a black anger. Thus, they have to manage this anger. Most blacks have no role models besides sports. I disagree with that. We do have a lot to offer besides being an athlete and entertainer. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of business being done by black people out here that you just don't know about. That's what it is. So I disagree with just being an athlete and an entertainer. You have to understand, when we do some shit, we blow it up. We make it happen. If you don't fuck with us, that's a big one. If nobody sabotage us, you don't bother us, we get it popping in every area. Whether sports, business, whatever, technology, whatever. That's the thing you have to realize. Most of the time, the reason why a lot of us don't do very much because we get sabotaged. We have leeches around us. We have people around that are being paid to do things, being paid to sabotage and do all kind of grimy shit to us. That's what you have to understand. You need 100,000 or better just to be comfortable in Atlanta. That's really true. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, ATL. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna put the link in here. My Instagram link. Uh, I'll put it in here real quick in the chat. Yeah, that's my Instagram link right here. Rest in peace, DMX. That's a random. That's a random drop. Okay. Yeah, smash the like button. Man, you tripping, so all your mom's so hurt. Is a coon. So Charlemagne is a coon. He named himself after slave owner. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why he picked that name. Listen, Solomon the God was sneak dissing, and the only reason why he apologized was because he didn't want that sex case shit to come out again. Yeah, I believe that. A lot of black people doing great shit, but they never promote it, and that's why you don't know about it. Yep, no doubt about it. Don't ask yourself how does a song like WAP is allowed on airways. Yeah, the nastier the song, the better. That's usually how that go. Said most black men go for white women more than black women. And I've noticed most black winners want to be white or they look up to Zaddy or only date thugs. Nah, most black men date black women, bro. Man, I don't know a lot of black males that date white women. Those numbers are very small, far in between, bro. I know it seems like being online that there's a lot of black dudes smashing Becky. No, it's not a lot, bro. Not as much as you think. And there's some, but ain't a lot. Most black males I know date black women. That's just the reality. Master P shows a lot of black businesses on YouTube. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard. I haven't watched Master P online, but I heard about it. Yeah, there's a lot of young people in the 20s. They doing a lot of good business out here. You'd be surprised. I tell a lot of young people today are way smarter than we were when we were in the 20s. Way smarter. Now they make a lot of mistakes, but they way smarter than we was. I'll tell you that much. See, young people today don't have no fear in the 20s. Or even say 18, 19, they don't have no fear. They're fearless. See, all that bullshit that was passed down when I was growing up, they don't get none of that. Yeah, don't look a white man in the eye if you want the job and all this crazy bullshit. I'm like, what? Don't all the crazy shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Who raised you? See, we didn't. They didn't get that. They don't. They don't give a damn about your religion, how you grew up, what you believe. They don't give a damn about that shit. Hell with all that bullshit. Show me the money and how we gonna get it. That's how a lot of young people are. They're not thinking about what them white man is gonna do to stop them. Let them come. That's what they say. If they come, we'll handle them. That's how the young people think. Hey, we'll handle them when they come. But hey, how are we gonna get this money? Where the money at? The money is in other people's pockets. That's where the money at. And how are we gonna get the money out of their pockets? What type of business, what type of product do we have to create or start or do both to get the money out of their pockets? That's the type of shit young people be talking. And they're not sitting around thinking about what the woman gonna say if we do it, or what the parents gonna say if we do it, or hell with that. Shit. You know? See, that's the type of shit that I used to hear when I was growing up from people in my age group. Yeah, what? Young people don't give a damn about that shit. They ain't afraid of no cops either. They get jumped on too. You saw them those protesting in them riots. That were young people out there. People in the early 20s, 18, 19, and early 20s. They were out there. That's what you got out here. And they're not like one thing I hate about people in my age group or older. We're very we need to get out of this damn self-righteous. We're self-righteous. We want to do everything the right way, whatever that means. Ain't nobody doing nothing the right way out here. Ain't no group of people on this planet doing everything the right way. We need to get out of that self-righteous way of thinking all the time. Sometimes you got to get dirty. And I'm not saying you got to fuck the people over that you hang around or fuck your people over you hang around. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to make adjustments. Sometimes you might have to punch somebody in the mouth. Hey, man, that's how it is. That's real life. Sometimes you might have to tell someone to take a hike. I said that, without cursing. Sometimes you got to tell someone to kick rocks. A lot of blacks aren't attracted to white women. It's the white women who are more attracted to black men, but are afraid to admit it. No, white women aren't afraid. They're not afraid to admit anything. They don't have to say it. The shit is obvious. The shit obvious. You stay around white women long enough, they're gonna let you know in so many ways, directly or indirectly. Well, most of the time, I ain't attracted to a lot of these white women. Not my cup of tea, really. Nah, it's not my thing, Different stroke for different folks. Oh yeah, kids today are way smarter than we are. Uh, should the young people stop and just pray on it? Yeah, that's it. That's that bullshit that I heard when I was growing up. Just pray on it. What? Pray on what? It ain't nothing to pray on. Ain't enough damn money coming in here. Shit. We hungry. Ain't no damn praying. Pray on what? Pray on an empty stomach? The rent ain't getting paid tomorrow. Ain't got nothing to pray on. You crazy? And smash the like button. That's that nonsense that I used to hear growing up a lot. Pray, all right. Pray on these in your mouth. People say, then they say, oh, why you want to get violent? Because it works. I do what works. That's what's called being practical. And sometimes logical. I do what works. Why? Well, who said? Why you gotta be violent? Because violence always works. Violence is the only thing that always works. You can check that. You can go back as far as you want in history. Violence is the only thing that most people really respect. Most people don't really respect talk or negotiations or a certain type of person. Yeah, you can negotiate with. But if they don't respect you, the negotiation ain't gonna work. I noticed that ever since I've been getting my shots together, I've been getting a lot of looks. The sad thing is that it's hard to find like-minded black dudes getting your shots together. What kind of shots you been getting, brother? That's my Asians and Arabs are all in black communities. Blacks are the basic consumers. The black dollar circulates and stats in the black community around this. Well, we were set up to be consumers. Keep that in mind. Us being consumers didn't happen by accident. If you're blocked, if you don't have access to certain things, we were kind of forced to being consumers. That didn't happen by accident. People buy shit because they have low self-esteem most of the time. So when they buy a brand name or a car, or jewelry, a lot of that stuff is they're trying to buy. They try to impress people. That's what a lot of that comes from. Low self-esteem. The number one thing that dudes need to learn early in life is to control their pecker. Yeah, that's true. We've been praying for almost 400 years and we still getting killed and robbed. Nah, hasn't been 400 years, brother. Not that long. Maybe 200, not 400. America was built on violence. You got that right. So that means if we want to get out of this thing, we're going to have to do the same thing they did. Right? That's called practical thinking here. Critical thinking. Yeah. So now we know that if you sign the paper, if you have an agreement and you sign the paper and they sign the paper, we know that doesn't work. We've seen that doesn't work because they don't enforce what's on the paper. So if that doesn't work, there's only one thing left: violence. It always works. Hey, look, you can. Oh, I'm scared. Man, I don't want no trouble. Whatever, dude. You move to the side. Stay out of the way. let us keep moving forward. You get behind us. Stay out of the way. Stuff not shot as it becomes better. Oh, it was a typo. Okay. Everybody worldwide respects violence, and the few that don't, you don't have to worry about them because they all dead. Well, they say about people are a lot of people are cowards out here. Cowards and rats. If you live like a rat, you die like a rat. If you live like a coward, you die like a coward. That's what it is. So hey, people live their own life. But stay out of the way. That's what I say. Stay out the way. I've been on here an hour and 35 minutes. Good God Almighty. Time flies. Yeah, smash the like button. And oh yeah, man, go check out the Love Can't Wait podcast, man, on iTunes, man. Leave me a review over there. I just got finished with a new episode just before I came on here. I'm about to upload it as soon as I get off here. Podcast is fire, man. Fire. It's fire. It's fire, baby. White dude showed me a quote that said, what he said? White dude showed me a quote that said, never give a black man power of a Western thing or nation. They'll turn it into Africa. Is it? I don't know. He's probably right. That's a good thing. Shit. He act like that's it's a bad thing coming from a white man. Whatever. Speaking of violence, everybody needs to watch this TV show on AMC called Gangs of London. A bank stole millions from this African group, and they came in the bank and chopped off everybody's hands. Man, that's cold-blooded. That's gangster shit. What up, player? All the way from Trinidad. Heard that? Yeah, I got a new episode coming tonight, Eric. I'm putting it up. Yeah, you know what? Anybody got any questions? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Yeah. Put the link in the chat, man. Anybody want to come on? Come on, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's click the link in the chat. Africa is being raped, and the government has sold them out. Look, every country has been sold out, bro, except for China. Maybe Ethiopia. And Haiti. Haiti, they're going through it down there. Ethiopia. Yeah, I think they still so. Most of these countries, they've been co-opted. I'll say that. That's just what it is. What's my advice? What's that? What's your advice to a 22-year-old black man? Please answer. Get your money up. Find a way to make Find first invest in yourself. Find something that you like to do, something that you can get paid for in the long term, and take that money and flip it. So at 22, you probably don't know that much. So you got to invest in yourself. So try, in order to find out what you like to do, you got to try different things. And the earlier you do this, the better. Why don't you find something you like to do, or you probably like to do, or you think you like to do? Invest in the time, money, learn from somebody else that's been there and done that, and try to get paid. Try to have people pay you to do whatever that skill set is. And save and invest as much money as you can. And you want to make your money, you want to have your money work for you while you're asleep. That's the game. This ain't about pushing and grunting and struggle. Talking about stock market. Yeah. Look, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. All you get. Well, wait a minute. I take that back. I'm talking legal stuff. I ain't talking nothing illegal. Now, if you got to do something illegal, get out as fast as possible. Because the game is rigged for you to get caught. So I'm not going to say don't do nothing illegal. But if you're doing something illegal, get out as fast as possible. Because the longer you stay in, you're more at risk of getting caught. Take that money and find ways to flip it so you can get out of that dirty game. Because the illegal game, it ain't for us. That's not for us. We gonna get caught. We gonna get set up. So, you want to do something that's legal. That's the ideal way. But I know sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Because a lot of us are in bad situations. So if that's the case, take that money and find ways to flip it. That's my advice to the 22-year-old. China got their hands in Americans' pockets and decisions for the longest. Americans don't even run American anymore. Well, yeah. So it don't have to be index funds. It could be anything. It could be, you might be in the technology. You might be in the program. Whatever it is. You might be a handyman. You might like working with your hand. Whatever it is, if you can get money out of people's pockets, that's the game. And I ain't talking about scamming nobody either. I'm talking about good business, good relationships with people. That's what I'm talking about. The game is to have multiple streams of income. That's the game. That's what I tell a lot of young people today. Yeah, people make money all kind of different ways today. Some people do Amazon. Some people do YouTube. Some people have a website. Some people sew. Some people design. Some people are into clothing. Some people sell clothing. Some people sell software. Some people work as a salesman, a car salesman, commercial salesman. It's all kinds of ways people do things. Some people work a 9 to 5 job that pretty decent. They take a certain percentage of that money they get paid and put it elsewhere, and they're building up because they're trying to work their way out of that damn job or work their way out of having that job, so they won't be so dependent on that job. So everyone doesn't have the same path. OnlyFans is for suckers, but it's lucrative. Look, I don't see nothing wrong with OnlyFans. If you're the person that started OnlyFans page, and if people are paying you, God bless you. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Now, here's where you're a sucker. If you're following a woman on OnlyFans and you like seeing her get naked with her girlfriends kissing or whatever they're doing, now you're a sucker. But if you're the person that's receiving the money, hey, God bless you. It's just like that girl, what's that girl? Black China? I think that's her name, right? She make over $1 million a month. God bless her. You can say what you want to say about her. But she's doing something that most people can't do. And that's where you want to be in the future. You want to put yourself in a position where you damn near can't be replaced. That's where you want to be. I've been developing myself, and I sometimes notice that when I approach black girls, they don't want me. But when I approach white girls, the black girls look at me like I did something wrong. Why? They always do that shit, man. That's been going on forever, bro. A lot of times, jealousy. A lot of times, they look at it like you're doing something that they want to do, or they probably can't do. A lot of times, it really boils down to jealousy. But I wouldn't worry about that. But look, don't get caught up into these white women, man. You know, I don't really get caught up in talking to white women. Most of the time, they just want to fuck anyway. It ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna turn out to be nothing serious long term. Look, let's keep it real. These guys that get married to white women, these white women have no plans of staying with these black dudes for the rest of their life. I know that's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. If you get married to a white woman in the 20s, 30s, she ain't gonna be with you when you get old. She's gonna be gone. And you want to know why? She didn't plan to be with you when she get old. That's the first thing. When them kids when y'all have kids, and when they become adults, them kids gone, she's gonna be planning her exit. It might happen before then, but that's usually how it goes. That's the first thing. She ain't planning to be with you long term. Second thing, the older she get, the more racist a lot of these women get. They can't stay with you They can't take it no more. They can't do it no more. They can't be nice no more. They've been faking for the past 20, 30 years. You walking around in the house telling her what to do. She looking at you like, who this nigga think he is? He telling me I'm supposed to be telling him what to do. I'm white. I'm a white woman. That's how this thing is set up. He's telling me what to do. This is awkward. I'm uncomfortable with this. She can't do it no more. She done that in the 20s and 30s. Now she's in the 40s. She's one of them Karens now. And now she's in the 50s. She's a Susan. She can't do it no more. Plus, she don't look the way she don't look the same no more. She was hot. She was so hot one time. She was hot when you met her. She ain't hot no more. She's all wrinkled up like a road map. You can't get up no more. You ain't attracting her no more. That ain't gonna last. That's what happens to most of these dudes that marry white women. We're keeping a buck. Let's keep it 100, as they like to say. Keep it a buck. Oh, it's a hard truth, boy. Oh, man. Some guys don't like to hear that, but Becky. But that's just what it is. He said, the British still runs America and China too. We are the military arm of City of London, the bankers. China is the manufacturing aspect of City of London. Yeah, a lot of this bullshit comes from London. Everybody. Yeah, London is like the capital city of banking. Yeah, we know that. I mean, I know that. You know. Outside of America, in Europe, they see America as kind of like Las Vegas. Anything goes. Look into buying physical gold and silver. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that, especially silver. Yeah, smash the like button. If you're paying the money just to see her digitally, you're a sucker. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. The bankers want a war so they can money supplying both sides. It's just like the white and black racial tension stoked by banks. Yeah, they've been doing that. That ain't nothing new. They'll fund both sides. That's the game that they've been running for forever. I don't see how men are more ashamed for paying for puss, but is normalized to subscribe to an OnlyFans account? Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's normalized for paying for OnlyFans. I don't know if it's normal or not, to be honest. I don't know. Black women will always feel a certain type of way about us dating outside our race. Yeah, I believe that too. Listen, all you young guys, go watch on the History Channel, The Man Who Built America. It will give you some ideas on life. Yep. They said, if you make money, one half, you are a money train, free ride. He said, if Becky turns into a sloppy Lizzo, she'll definitely stay. Oh, she'll stay if she can't catch no more. That's for sure. But if she thinks she can do better than you, she gonna be gone. Yeah, London's the center of everything, pretty much. You know, yeah, have fun with Becky. Man, you see that fine snow bunny at your job. Fine Becky with the long hair. See that fine thing? She ain't got too much ass, but you see it, be like, oh, I can see myself smashing once or twice. And she talks like this. Yeah. She said, yeah, to everything. Yeah. 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 Say, yeah, to everything. Damn, everything's always, yeah. 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 Fuck yeah. Silver may be better because it has more uses. Yeah, that's true. I heard. That's why I said I need to buy some silver. I've heard somebody say that 10 years ago, and I still never went out and bought some silver. I got the company, I got the card in here somewhere and everything. I still never bought the shit. And it's not like I couldn't do it. I just didn't do it. That's the funny thing. You would all, what he said, you would somebody pay to see naked chicks online with all those free porn online. Well, they look at the porn. They look at both porn and the damn OnlyFans. I don't know. Hmm. The silver is cheaper than gold. Yeah, silver is always cheaper than gold. Yeah, more money equals more submission in America across the board. Well, sometimes just depends on who you deal with. You talking about women? Uh, if a woman knows that you have a certain amount of money, she assumes you have a certain amount of money. There's some women will become somewhat submissive. So there's some truth in that. Yeah, smash the like button. I've been on here for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm about to get off here in a minute. I ain't gonna be on there too much longer. Something to get off my chest. I don't believe in white supremacy. When I tell all blacks this, they get angry at me. Well, the white guys said they were white supremacists. That's what they said. Black people didn't say that. The white guys said that. The slave masters said that. So you got to talk to them about that. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Shit. There's a lot of white guys out here that's saying that. And it's like I said, the slave masters said that a long time ago. They wrote about it in books, texts. That's what they said. They believe the Caucasian race is supreme over black people. There's a lot of white people that think like this. Um, Now a lot of white people are delusional, of course. You know, scientifically speaking, we know that ain't true. But you know, that's what the Caucasian folks have said. So, now from a scientific uh way of seeing things, of course it ain't true. But there's that mentality does exist out here with a lot of white folks. So it's not really about what you believe or don't believe. It don't really matter until we find a way to knock them out. It don't matter. I tell people it don't matter what you believe in regards to other people. How you feel about yourself, of course, that's important. But what you believe as far as other people go, it don't even matter. You got to knock them out. You got to prove to them what you believe not to be true. You got to back it up. You can't just say what you believe or don't. You got to knock them out. Kick their ass. Women always think that they'll be able to finesse him out of his money, just like at the NBA draft and all those older females preying on the younger men. Yeah, younger guys they'll fall. Younger guys will fall for the tricks of most women because they don't know any better. They don't have anybody to talk to them. Younger guys aren't used to being around a bunch of attractive women. So it's easy for them to fall for the okie doke. I understand that. You know? I remember when a white dude who told me that the Egyptians and pharaohs were white. Of course he's going to say that. Because that's in line with what he believes. That's why they have a lot of these Hollywood movies. That's what if I believe what I believe and I'm looking at a movie that don't support my beliefs, I'm not gonna like the movie. Even though it might be true. That's how a lot of people are. So I expect him to say that. I expect him to say Jesus Christ was a white man. I expect him to say something like that. Because, look, man, they've been brainwashed too. I understand. But the only difference is a lot of their beliefs, they're not representing that today. That ain't manifesting today. So that's where the that aggression and that, those mass shootings, that's where a lot of that comes from. The problem is everybody's definition of white supremacy is different. That's why they got mad. Well, yeah, that's a good question. Well, not a question, but it's a good point. I realize most people don't know what racism is. They don't know how racism works. They think racism is some KKK dude or some skinhead dude. They don't understand. Most people don't understand institutional racism. They don't understand how it works. It's weird. You got people that's been living in America for 10, 20, 30 years. They kind of don't really know how things work in this country. They don't know how things work in their country. And they come over here being dumb. Now, a lot of them are bullshitting. But a lot of them are dumb as shit for real. So, hey, don't be surprised. As long as you're a Stephen A. Smith version of a black man, you'll never have to worry about white supremacy. You got that right. They like him like Stephen A. Smith. Oh, white folks love him, boy. Oh, man. They'll kiss him on the cheek. Might even get on top of him at night. Man and woman. When I say I don't believe in white supremacy, I mean I don't let it stop me. Oh no! You're not supposed to let nothing stop you, brother. No, you're not supposed to let anything stop you. I feel you on that. Remember, the winner rewrites history. You got that right. The winner always rewrites history. They're rewriting history right now. I think every 10 to, seems like every 10 to 20 years in between that time slot, they start rewriting shit. And they rename shit too. He said, well, you gotta do a show teaching these young dudes what to do when starting out in life. Yeah, I might do that one day, man. You know, remember the winner writes history to benefit themselves, not the truth. Yup. It's Sharp. He said, Sharp, you wild. I'm just having fun, man. Man, I'm about to lose my voice, man. I've been clowning on here for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm about to get off here, man. All right, so this is the last one right here. Institutional racism is like when you get blackballed in your city from getting a job because you got into it on your last job with one of the people who connected in the city. Yep, that's a good example of it for sure. That's a good example. You know, that's definitely a good example for sure, man. So, hey, man, like the video, share the video, and check out my Patreon, man. Check out my Patreon, you know. And definitely check out the Love Can't Wait podcast, man. And, you know, anything I can do to help you out, man, get at me. Peace. Relationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. You know, if your woman doesn't submit to you, she ain't your woman. Now, I know this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but if your woman is not submissive to you, I don't give a damn what nationality she is. I don't care if you live together. I don't give a damn if you're black, you're white. I don't give a damn if y'all the same nationality. I don't give a damn where you live at in the world. If your woman is not submissive to you, she ain't your woman. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to her job. She belongs to the pastor at that church she attends on every Sunday. She belongs to her friends that influence her to do dumb shit. She belongs to somebody else, but she doesn't belong to you. And I know this is hard, a harsh truth. And it's something that I had to face about 15 years ago. And it's one of the biggest problems that I had, because I used to think that you had to pander and negotiate and talk women into shit, but all that's bullshit. It really is. And a lot of women will try to run game on guys because a lot of women want guys to protect them in some type of way. If that door fly open, or if some type of danger is coming towards her, she looks, first thing she does is look at the guy that's sitting next to her. So she wants protection, but at the same time, she doesn't want to take instructions from a man. She can't stand a guy telling her what to do. You know, so you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Shit, there's some countries like Saudi Arabia and Dubai where women have to submit by law because those guys are in power. They run shit over there. So, you know, but living here in America, women, they pretty much do submit as they will. They just do what they feel like it. And that's the problem of living in the United States of America. Because women, if a woman does submit to you here, you don't know how long it's going to last. It could be 5 years, 10 years. But it works out well for us, fellas, because if she gets out of pocket or does something that's unforgettable, you can get you another bitch. So it's all good. And by that time, in most cases, by the time she stops submitting to you, she's already up in age anyway. She's probably old. She's probably overweight. She probably doesn't look as attractive as she used to be. So sometimes it works out pretty well for some guys that I know. And I've lost friends because of like a lot of women, because they let their wives get up in their ears and tell them shit. And see, here's the deal. A woman should never have the authority to tell a guy what to do. A woman should never wear the pants in the relationship. You know, once a woman once women lead guys around, that's the beginning and the end of society as it is. You know, because women aren't supposed to play that position. They're out of line. You know, guys are born to lead. It's guys that's on the front lines. There's no women on no front lines, last I checked. But at the same time, women say, oh, I believe in equality and all that shit. Women can do just as better things as men. That's bullshit. Everyone has their position, and they supposed to play their position. But they want to go against nature. And a lot of women, they just want to get treated better than white guys in American society. They just want to take over the whole goddamn thing. They want to dominate guys. That's what that's really all about. It's really all about power. It's not about rights at all. It's not about public policy at all. That's just a game that a lot of women try to play. But there's always exceptions to the rule. Socially, if you're with a woman and if she doesn't submit to you, she ain't your woman. She belongs to the streets. And that's just how that shit is. She doesn't belong to you. Because if she belonged to you, you wouldn't have to beg for sex or negotiate for sex. You wouldn't have to talk her into doing anything. It just is what it is. I mean, right now, if I go to North Carolina and call up women that I've been knowing for years and say, hey, I'm in town, you know, where you at? I want to see you. They'll make time for me. They won't say, hey, I'm tired, or I don't know if I'll be able to make it. No, they'll make time. There's no such thing as I don't got time. That's bullshit. It really is. It took me a long time to figure this out. And I learned a lot by hanging around a lot of athletes and entertainers when I was in my 20s. And I learned a valuable lesson. They didn't have to negotiate for sex. Can you imagine Michael Jackson, Prince, a lot of these entertainers, they never had to ask for sex. Michael Jackson never had to ask for sex. You think about this for a second. He never had to ask for the pussy. I mean, could you imagine somebody like Prince? He never had to ask for the pussy. Man. So it's who you are more than anything else. So who you are is much more powerful than the doing. That's what I learned over the past 20 years. So if you like what you heard,